Hey there, and welcome to the Alive and Unbothered podcast. I'm your host, Cherie Linnell, your mental freedom coach and mentor, and I'm sharing short, actionable strategies every week to help you activate an unbothered mind, transcending depression, transforming your life. Hey there, friend. You're listening to another episode of Alive and Unbothered, and I want to thank you for hanging out with me. And if this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, to recap for you, I've been sharing the steps I've taken in becoming alive and unbothered by the stigma around mental health challenges in order to fully step into my being. These steps, these steps are part of the Fast Journey to Mental Freedom, where the journey itself isn't one that's meant to be quick, but fast. F.A.S.T, an acronym where the F leads leads me to finding acceptance with my condition of bipolar depression without judgment. The A is to assess my abilities and strengths. The S is to standing strong in who I am and letting old stories die, leading me to share with you now another powerful step on this journey where anything is possible. And from this space, I am free to create anything and design a life that's perfect fit for me. And the final step through the fast journey to mental freedom, which is the T, is to think, act, and you shall be. And friends, from this space, there is freedom, for real. Like gone are the days of giving credence to another person's perception of you, of who you are, because from here, you can be anything and whoever you want to be. And you get to choose how you're going to design and live your life. And here, from this space, anything is possible. And whatever you envision for yourself, for your life, is possible. I honestly believe, well, let me just say it like this. I honestly didn't believe this was possible until I did the work prior to getting here. And that was to let go of old stories that shaped every belief I had. And this work gave me something like a blank sheet of paper to create new stories that serve my higher good. So with a new blank slate, I designed my dream life. So what does this look like? To think, act, and you shall be? Well, first, think of think of how you want your life to be, how you want to exist in the world, and how you want to be. And give yourself permission to be extreme with your imagination, because in this space, you will find clues and inspiration to set long and short-term goals to make your dream life for real. And once you have goals, you could create a plan to reach them. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of plans where you say something like, my goal is to be this or that, and then you start randomly doing all the shiny new things trending online with little to no results. I'm talking about setting a goal, knowing exactly what steps and in what order you will take them to be successful along the journey. And this is a plan you can physically see and touch. This is not a wish, it's a map to the end game, which is being and living a fully alive and unbothered life. You will then have your tool to take action, which is the second point to this. And finally, friend, watch yourself transform into a new being through the process of taking action. There is a revelation I've heard, believed, and put into practice that goes something along the lines of transformation doesn't come from reaching the goal, but from within the journey. Now, I don't remember where I heard that from, but it stuck with me for a long time, even to this day, that moving through the action is where I'm transforming, stepping through fear, stepping through doubt, and doing the thing in spite of that. That's where the transformation happens. And so my list of goals changes as I grow in transformation, as yours will too. And what's amazing in all of this is how motivated I've become in spite of my mental health challenges. The drive, the fire, That has given me that something to get excited for every day that I open my eyes. And it's the fuel that powers my feet to hit the ground running. So here's what I want you to do to see this process work in your life. Go to the SherryLinnell.com podcast and head to this episode to grab my Think, Act, and You Shall Be Alive and Unbothered goal setting worksheet. Actually, it's a workbook. It is priceless. It's a priceless tool and will help you set into motion a chain of events that will motivate you, stretch you, and empower you to be. So go ahead and grab yours. And then when you're done, make your way over to the Alive and Unbothered podcast group on Facebook, where I'll be hanging out, answering questions, and sharing more insight into the FAST journey to mental freedom. So that's it, friends. Until next time, and until then, you got this. Think, act, and you shall be. Laters. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Alive and Unbothered podcast. For more about this episode, please head over to SherryLinnell.com/podcast for notes, transcripts, and bonus materials. Thanks again for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, share with your peeps, and until next time, live your life fully alive and unbothered.